Morning, everyone. Hey, it's Len from Mercury Man Garage and Outdoors. Well, we're going to get back on the woodshed today. And as you can see behind me, the crew has showed up. That would be me. I got my vehicles out here. I got my lumber. I got my workbench. And I got the woodshed. So, as you can see, I've done a little work to it off camera. Got the headers up. And I did that the other day when it was nice out. But let me show you what I've done so far. 2x4s are staged and ready to go. And here's my workbench. Golf cart / workbench. Works great. But here's my tools that I'm using. You know, the usual selection. DeWalt tools, circular saw, drill, impact driver, and this thing right here. I'm sure you guys have one. I need more of these. This is like a third hand. These things work really great for putting boards in position, locking them down, and getting them all leveled up. But what I'm using for screws, I'm not using nails. And I got this idea from watching Mike Morgan build his woodshed, and he used screws. And these things are really nice. It's these headlock structural wood screws, and what it says is it replaces a 3/8 lag screw. And I can believe that because these things got some holding power and they got a nice big head on them. Bad side is they are not cheap. 50 of these, I think I spent 40 bucks on that. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't have power out here, so I can't run my air nailer. And so I thought I'd just use screws. I mean, it worked for him. And he's had that woodshed up for over 5 or 6 years, and it's still standing, so we're going to go that way. But let me give you a close-up of what these screws look like. All right, well, as you can see, posts are in, headers are up. And like I said, I did that off camera the other day. I just wanted to get it done. And you guys know that have YouTube channels. When you're filming, it just takes a lot of extra time. But you guys didn't really miss much. I can kind of go over what I did. I just kind of started on, I guess you'd say the low end as far as the grade. The grade's lower down here. So I started on this back row here and worked my way this way. As the grade goes up, I kept the header level, obviously. And looking at it from a distance, it does not look level to me. And I'll show you a shot of that here in a minute, and it all has to do with the grade. I think that's the thing. It's just deceiving with the grade the way it is. It just makes the headers look like they're not level. But trust me, they are. I had a level up there the whole way, and the bubble's right in the middle, so we're good. But like I said, I started here, worked my way down, and got them all leveled up. And then I started on this end. This was the low end, and worked my way that way towards the higher end and kept the header level the whole way. But here's a close-up of those screws that I used. And I drilled a pilot hole first, a small pilot hole to get those things started, especially on these end pieces here. I didn't want that to split. So I drilled a hole first, and then I drove them in with the drill driver, impact driver, and there you go. I mean, those things are in there good. I don't think that's going to go anywhere. And the siding I'm planning on putting on is going to be vertical. I'm going to go vertical siding, just like Mike Morgan's. You guys watch Outdoors with the Morgans, I'm sure. He did a shed years ago, and I'm kind of patterning mine after that one. It's a little bigger. His is a 24x8. Mine's a 40x8. So that's kind of the pattern I'm going by, is how he did it. And he did, of course, he's got a sawmill, so he milled his own lumber, which that'd be nice, but I don't have that. And I'm just going to go vertical with the boards on the outside all the way down, and that'll help with the structure and firm it up really nice. Let's get going. All right, guys, well, I'm giving you a shot of what I was talking about with it not looking level. And this is from a little bit of a distance away. It just, to me, it looks off. It just, the left side looks lower than the right. And it is because of the grade. But it is level. I put a level on the header the whole way, and it's level. It's just, it looks deceiving because of the grade. And, you know, that's just how it is. I mean, it is only a woodshed, right? Well, horses are getting closer. Starting to get curious what I'm doing back here. Better go find some apples. That will work. And now for these, I don't know what they call gurts, stringers. I don't know. I think they're called gurts. But for them, I'm using a deck screw. 3.5 inch deck screw. And these drive in really nice too and hold good. I didn't want to use these line lock, headlock ones for that. I didn't think that was necessary. I'm just kind of saving these other ones that I have left. I need to add more to the headers, or I was thinking of doing, you know, an angled piece here, support brace, like at a 45, and I'll probably use those headlock ones there. But let's keep going. All right, well, we got the side gurts on the one side anyway, and they went on really good. I did not pre-drill the holes for those. I just screwed the deck screws in, and they didn't split, so that's fine. And I did them 16 on center, I don't know, that seems to be the standard rule of thumb for studs and construction, so I thought I'd do the gurts that way too. But I think that's fine. I'm gonna do one more row down there. It'll be about right on ground level, so I'm gonna get a treated one for that. But I'm gonna continue on the back side now, go around the back, and I'm a little long here. I gotta trim these off so they're flush with the posts. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, guys, well, there we go. We got the stringers, or the gurts. Maybe they're called nailers, I don't know. They're on all the way around, except for down here. I got a couple more I gotta get yet because they're kind of touching the ground because the grade is off. It's higher on this end. I gotta get treated for right here. That's not nailed in or screwed in. And then on this side too, I'm gonna get a treated one because that's touching the ground. But the screws worked really well. Pretty happy with them. Went in really nice, but we got her all on, all the way around. Probably gonna have to get maybe a couple more 2x4s to nail down there for the bottom siding to nail into. Maybe not, I don't know, but we'll see. But hey guys, check this out a second. All right, I think it's pretty much common knowledge that we all know a 2x4 is actually 1.5 by 3.5, and it's been like that for a long time. I don't know if they ever were actually 2x4s, but you know, they measure 1.5 by 3.5, and that's what they consider a 2x4. Now check this out. This is a 2x8 up here. Still 1.5. You can see that. Yeah, 1.5. Check this out. You'd think it'd be 7.5, right? 7 and an 8. 7 and an 8 on a 2x8. Has that always been the case with 2x8s? I don't think so. Now this lumber came from a box store that is the color orange, and I don't know if it's been like that for a long time or something I just noticed, but now are we getting gypped. Now speaking about that 2x8, and like I said, I don't know if it's been like that for years or what, but to me it should be 1.5 by 7.5. Everything is a 1/2 inch shorter than, you know, what the actual number says it is. But I would think maybe these sort of dimensions started after COVID. And you know, everyone remembers lumber prices during that time. And yeah, they've dropped, but so has the dimensions, it appears. So I don't know. But it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it unless you got a sawmill. which I don't. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video on the woodshed. I'm pretty happy with the progress today, happy with the results. And now I'm going to take a little break again from the shed, move on to some other things, and go from there. But we'll probably be doing the header or the trusses next, or the rafters. Probably get those on next, maybe, or maybe get some stone down, maybe some of that fabric, and put some stone down. I'm going to do limestone on the floor. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Please give me a like, please subscribe, and leave a comment if you would. All right, have a good one.